You're back.
Yo, what's up? Okay, so we are actually live already with Pool Party. Yeah, we're gonna see this map for the last time today. And let's go ahead and follow Mime today. So sorry that I'm not that energetic today, but yeah, my voice and also in general my whole sleeping schedule is messed up. Because yesterday I wanted to sleep at like 8 and I couldn't fall asleep because my throat was so like slimy and stuff. And I always had to like do and I don't know. It was so bad. But yeah, hey, Aynyx is joining me and I hope you're doing great. As we have Pool Party for the last time. Yeah, that was map number 5 and step number 1. And now we have Pool Party being played for the last time.
Yeah, last time we see this map today. Actually, one of the best maps we ever see in this season. A map by Isto. A fast map with a lot of surface. We have grass, we have dirt, we have road. And we have a little identity at the middle of the map, and then the real identity at the end, which is some poles on the road that you have to avoid at the fastest pace you can.
Yeah.
Which is extremely hard to pull off for everyone, and you can't imagine how fast they can do it right here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so easy also for Mime now here in the warm-up. But this one is nowhere close of being anywhere like easy or something like that. It is a very, very hard map. Also the longest map in the map pack. And we're gonna start now, of course. The format still stays the same. Top 8. You really want to get in the top 8 here. As we're gonna follow Mime, of course, for Exalty Tauro. And let's see how he's doing the first lap. And let's go ahead and yeah, just check out he's doing. Great turn here, good apex here from Mime into the lead. He goes together with Wolfstad and Dofault here. Dofault with a good performance, a BS Plus player, was struggling a bit, has also gotten himself some multipliers, but not too many points. As we can see, he is still on that 13th position. I think only one multiplier thus far for him, so that is not too good for him. But hey, let's go ahead here into this one as right now Mime is leading together with Avon. So Polish powerhouses are leading yet again.
Yeah, Mime once again in the first place. It's just the first lap and the first map, but yeah, Mime for sure one of the strongest player and one of the fastest one we ever see in this category of players. Exactly. Followed by Ivan, the Polish friend of Mime. We often see this duo in the front trouble.
Yeah, exactly. We often see both of them dominating, and here again, as we see Mime already like 0.15 ahead, almost lifting off there, but still is getting it quite nicely. Also a good apex, has a lot of speed now. This makes this part very hard to do, but Mime with a very good fast lap. Avon falling a bit behind, Energize, and also Otak in second and third position, but great fighting between the players. Everyone knows how to do that. Razi with a mistake, so he was still able to stay alive, but he's still down here. As Mime still leads here by quite a good gap here, 0.2 of a second. Otak behind it. Avon is redeeming himself, so this time not getting a mistake or something like that on this map. As we see this map for the last time, Avon was not that bad on this one. As a Soldier is behind, also good performance. Energized, Hedra, Dofault, then Cap falling down falling out of the top 10, and then Snow back into the top 8 here for him. Right now just below Dofault, but both of the Belgian players here, Soldier and Dofault, Aynyx, look at them, they're 11th and 13th in the scoreboard, and they have to make something happen, right?
Yeah, this duo is super fast when it comes to rush some points, but since the beginning of the season we didn't see much of them. Dofault won the regular season of the last season, if we remember correctly, of the OGL. And Dofault is very fast, and it's one of my friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't do anything, but yeah, only the half of the season done, much to do still. So yeah, we hope the best for them, and maybe it's gonna start from this map.
Yeah, maybe, and I think you're mentioning a good point here. Dofault is a player who's very strong in on short periods. Yeah, you know, when you don't have the multiple lap format, if you have 2 laps that you race against. But of course, we have the, yeah, like top 32 players here, so 17th to 32nd position. And right now, Dofault is on a good 4th place here, actually overtaking Soldier here as Landsman. But still, Mime and Avon are in the top 3, but Avon has lost it here, as well as Mime. Otak leading the race at the moment. but Mime is coming back here, the Exalty Tauro player right now with a good line over the dirt, accumulating way more speed compared towards Otak. Also, Evon is doing it quite nicely, so Otak down to the top 3 placement here, but a great fight that we have. Just 3 laps in and 1 more identity to go. Mime and Otak seem to be in the top 2 right now, but Evon with a different line here by the looks of it. Didn't really get the best amount of speed here, also steered in a bit too much on that third section, but was still able to clear it quite nicely, and Mime still leads. Otak in second, and then Evon on P3, but of course you still want to avoid that identity. Evon had to release, or like had to break just a tiny tad, and Otak is coming closer, but great fight between P1 and P2, not only in the league ranking, but also here in the step at the moment.
Yeah, Otak currently top 2 behind Mime in the race, but overall in the global ranking of the season, it's the number 1 opponent of Mime. Otak is always here behind or in front on every map. So a very consistent and fast player here. The French young player Otak from Lille Esport is one of the new best player we can see today.
Oh my god, Mime was doing so close there. But yeah, Otak, really one of the players, one of the rising stars of Trackmania. Yeah, he has improved so much and has also redeemed himself in a lot of competitions, as well as Feed. That's also one of the French names that I can really mention who are doing a great job. But Feed, of course, more of a tech-heavy player. Of course, being good at multi-style as well. But Otak has really shown us that he is doing quite well, and is also a very risky driver. But here, he didn't really get himself such a good line. And Evon on his way to overtake.
Evon with the crash at the inside.
Yeah, but he made that mistake indeed. Evon with a mistake just before the freewheel section. Can he even clear that?
This jump?
Yeah,
okay,
can he
it's
make...
good.
But this one now with the gear, okay, he gets that. But Dofold with a great performance here. He was on P number 9, but now up to P number 3 again. So Dofold with a great performance. Yeah, maybe can get himself some good points. Maybe that's the start that you have mentioned here. Maybe it is the case, as Mime is currently on first place and Otak still on second. But a great fight. Only 0.2 are tearing those players apart.
Yeah, a great first race for Dofold. I think when he knows how good he is, he has to put up some points at one moment. He's maybe coming back in the league, so yeah, good to see him back on track on this map. But still, we have Mime and Otak in the top 2. No mistakes. Very fast pace right here. I think they are about to make a very good time on this 6-lapper on this first map.
Yeah, I think so as well. We look on times here on the pole party of 7:43.29. World record by Muda! But look at that, you have really jinxed him. Not both of them will do a good time. It will only be Mime, because Otak has made a small mistake just before the freewheel. Mime with the fastest lap here, 6:28, 1.5 seconds ahead. And Mime on his way to dominate this map. No mistake has happened for him thus far. Maybe some adjustments in some turns, but Otak is behind, but still on second position though, even though he has made a mistake. Evon back to P3. Then we have Dofold chasing Evon right now. Cap, Energize, Volsal, and Miquato. And look who's on P16. Wow.
Whoa, Revolution on a pretty good pace, and with the crash right here. So yeah, Mime currently on the last lap. Once again, he's showing who is Mime, who is the Exalty Tauro player. Once again, the best, the first champion of the league for the moment, and he is about, just like that, to win his first map for today.
Yeah, looking very good for him, as we only have one more identity to go and 2 seconds for Mime. He can take it easy though, but you should not change your strategy and go to a safe line, because then you will definitely mess it up or save too much, especially over that freewheel. Mime only one more identity. Copium looking very good, and Mime will take
and
it.
There it is.
What a time!
First leg.
A 7:44.57.
And even taking the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Which make him having 27 points.
Yeah, exactly. 7:44.57. That is very good for Mime. To give you guys a consideration here, it was Pack doing a 7:43.5 in Trackmania Grandleague, I think 2 2 steps ago, and now Mime is just 1 second off of that. So very, very good pace here from Mime, really showing himself that he can maybe make it to Revolution. Not finishing here, that is very unfortunate, not getting himself a point. But yeah, Mime, Otak, Evon, Dofold, Energize, Volsa, Miku, and then Hedra. And we have Mime with 27 points and the perfect start into the Sunday.
Yeah, perfect start. You don't have more points after the first map, because you have 25 points when you finish first, and you have 2 bonus points if you have the fastest lap in the race. So Mime has both, and he's on the perfect start, as you said.
Yeah, and now we have the second map. We have Vertigo. Yeah, one of the maps that Mime is not really that comfortable on, but I think he was in the top 3 or even top 1 position last week, if you remember that correctly.
Yeah. He said it was bad map for him, but he was casually first all the race and made a little mistake at the last pipe, but he finished second, if I remember correctly, which is actually very good for a map he doesn't like.
Yeah, he was top 3. He was on first position, but then he lost it, I think, against Otak or against someone. I just remember that he was on a good one. But yeah, mods can do predictions if they want to. We have this map, 1 minute of warm-up before we're gonna go live with Vertigo by Poupette. Second to last time we're gonna see this map. For me, I don't really like this map too much. I know that it's kind of my playing style as well as your playing style, Aynyx, but yeah, this has nothing to lose in Trackmania Grandleague, if you ask me.
Yeah, pretty good map for, in my opinion. For some players it's not, but pretty original, we have to say.
True that,
something
yeah.
we never saw before in any season. So yeah, for viewers and the public, I think it's one of the coolest map to watch.
Yeah,
which
true
is good.
that. Yeah.
You have to think a little bit of the public afterward.
True that, though. I mean, you also have to think about that. Yeah, Trackmania Grandleague is eventually a show, right? But yeah, you really can push it here. As we're gonna start now, let's take a look. How will Mime do it? 27 points, already 5 points ahead. And I mean, 27 points, Aynyx. That is something that players go into the multiplayer round with, and now Mime already has that after the first map.
Yeah, pretty good lead for Mime. 3 maps to go before the multiplayer. And yeah, Mime has on his car right now the 3-gram X1, which is a multiplayer we don't have. And as always, I did a little interview to Mime to know anything about how he feels, etc. And he said that today he's just gonna play. Like, I think he understands that he's first. So yeah, he's just gonna play. He say I don't really care of this step, you know.
Okay.
He's first overall. He realized he was first by a pretty good lead. So I think he has no more pressure now. He still have to secure the spot, but yeah, he won't push it as he ever pushed before on any step we saw.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, he can take it easy. If we take a look onto the league ranking, of course, now also with the 27 points, that is still a good amount of points, even if you only get it ×2 or ×3. You know, 27 points, that is making up a lot of points. But with it, I mean, he's already almost secured in the top 4, and that is really what matters. But of course, Mime has made that early mistake, so I'm just gonna follow the pack here. Currently Revolution, who's on P number 8, falling down. Soldier has overtaken him here, as well as Snow and Exalty closing in. Yeah, but now the first set of identities are coming in, as Revel is overtaking here some players. Hedra, Wolfside, and Otak, the French lead here. Then we have Dofold. Very, very cool. I really like to see Dofold on top, because also the player who was playing the Trackmania World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
He is one of the best players out here.
One of the best player, and now for this step he's doing very good. We saw a pretty good place for the first map, and here is top 4, following Aldra and Otak, and our side as well, behind 3 French players. The 4 might have found something to do on this season. He might have found his place, his driving style or basically the motivation to play.
Yeah, the motivation to play is always very important, because you know you don't play for nothing. But right now, I mean, what would you think, you know, if you're on P15 and you've made the first mistake? Of course, now Mime has made another mistake, so he's not gonna make anything happen. Maybe he's gonna get 2 points out of that 14th place. But what would your motivation be? Would you go for the fastest lap, just denying some points to the players? What would your strategy be?
I don't know. Else I will maybe try to save and catch up some points, because I think, like, I don't think I will try to have the fastest lap, because fastest lap is only 2 points.
Yeah.
But if you can overtake like 4 people, which was an early mistake, it's more than 2 points. So I think I would take it easy, no more pressure, just drive and hope for mistakes and take more points than a 14th place.
Yeah, true that. I mean, 14th place is 2 points. That is still okay. You know, of course it's still bad, but 2 is better than 1 point. Let's be honest. You know, at the end, every point matters. But yeah, right now there's no one who's really far away from him, but also the gaps have gotten quite high here. I mean, 4 seconds between first and 8th possession, and we're just 4 laps in here. So yeah, you can really see that the map is really hard, but also Vosal doing a great job here, batting out with Hedra. Then Otak is behind Evon on P number 4. Then we have Miquatro on P5, and I think those are the players who have not made a huge mistake at the moment.
Yeah, top 5 pretty alone. They are in front, no mistakes so far. They are driving together. Like, we have a great battle between Hydra and Warsild in the front, followed by Otak. They are doing pretty good on this map, which is a hard map. You have to remember and be fast as this pace with no mistakes. It's something incredible for me. I don't know how they can do so well under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I get very shaky when I'm under pressure. Let's be honest, if I like have to drive, like my driving gets really shaky and I am like, yeah, shivering and stuff. It's like, oh, I don't want to make a mistake, and that's why I'm pressuring myself. But those players are just looking at so easy. But yeah, Otak has made a mistake and has fallen down to P number 8. I was also spotting that. Unfortunate to see that, but still in 8th position. Of course, it would be good for Mime here to still stay in the lead. Yeah, that he gets himself maybe a 9th position, but actually good fighting between Snow and Otak for that last spot in the top 8, because the top 8 is giving you the most amount of points. 9th position, 5 points, and 8th position, 15 points. And right now, Snow is leading ahead of Otak. There will be a huge upset already, as we only have 2 players who have gotten the top 8 in the bottom 8 right now, and those are the 1st and 2nd seeded players. That is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's cool, to be honest. It's cool to see that they are always together, Otak and Mime.
Yeah.
Even when it's behind, you know. Looks like they are hand in hand, going in every steps together, following each other.
It's so
But
romantic.
Yeah, it's kinda romantic, I would say. But yeah, last lap here, Hydra currently first on the last pipe of the identity, and yeah, taking it the first place here for Hydra, followed by Evan, Miquatro, Razi, Dofort, Wasail.
Oh, not
No,
Vosal?
Snow before Otak, and Wasail
Aye,
made a mistake. He was first.
Yeah. He was first or like 2nd or something. Like, he wasn't the top 3. He was first in 1 lap. But yeah, Vosal only with 5 points here. Mime getting 3 points though. So look at that. He was like 14 seconds behind and now only 10 seconds. So he could have actually had a shot of getting into the top 8 on this map, seeing the gaps. But hey, still 3 points, better than nothing, up to 30 points. But with that, of course, he gets overtaken by plenty of players. Yeah, so Mime down to P5, I would guess. P4, P5. Make it even P number 7. Down to P7 for Mime. Yeah. And let's go to the next map. Glad that this map is over. Now we have the next map. It is Poolside. Poolside. Very cool map. My favorite map. Yeah. And Poolside. Here we have a lot of versatile lines. and things that you have to consider, especially with the watery tires, where your car is just behaving differently. So good luck here for the players as well, as we have still 1 minute and 30 of warm-up.
Yeah, poolside by Kisla, pretty good map. Kisla, one of the best mappers we ever knew to Trackmania. And this map is very, very interesting for me, because there is so many different lines. Even at the start here, right here, you can go for, like, even taking it wide to have a gear, or going tight. At the next turn on the dirt, you can take 2 lines as well. And it's the same for all the map. There is many different lines. And it's so cool to see people not having the same lines, because it's always kinda even between the strategy. Here you have a triangle here,
yeah,
for mine. Even at the water burns after, here we saw in TMGL pack going for a wide line at the dirt. You have many lines. Like there is maybe like 10 different strategy.
Also here, this
you
one,
have the drift or the release. At the end of the day, you have this pole here. You can take it left or right. Here you can go inside or outside. Like there's many things, and you see many overtakes between many players. Like 1 second he is first, the next second he is second because of a different line, but he is back to first. This is super interesting to follow.
Yeah, very interesting. Probably the best map that we have. Also, all the different lines that you just have on those
new
maps.
Line by mime right here.
Yeah, a bug slide into Eurobug, into checkpoint, into nose bug, into way to dank. I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah, maybe. let's see.
And maybe he's gonna do that. But yeah, we have Mime, 30 points, only P7, Exalty Revolution right now, 1 and 2 points, Cap, 4 points, Link, 5. You know, all those players who have the 1-digit amount of points, they still have to get themselves the first top 8 position, as I think I've seen the first mistake already by... no, never mind actually, only Fagly falling a bit behind, and also I think it was Cap here, getting a weird water transition, so he's a bit behind. But let's focus on Mime, who's right now leading the race. Of course, Mime had the round or the race victory, but he has unfortunately thrown it away last week due to a very nice jinx here from Mr. Aynyx.
Yeah, it was a bad jinx actually. I will lose my power on different players now. Like maybe Wasali is gonna do a bad identity. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just trying, but yeah, pretty unfortunate for mine. He was leading, and before he was leading, he made a huge comeback, which was beautiful to see him first because of that comeback. But yeah, maybe this will get better now, as he's first, already 0.3 in front in 1 lap, going for the wide line for the instant gear here before the jump.
Wow.
And even more distance to Miku and Energize. 0.4 now, he's leading and pushing.
Oh!
And another jinx.
I think he got the water bug as well. But hey, this is again very cool to see, because Mime is only 0.3 away from the top field, and also only 0.7 away from Energize, who's leading. So actually a good way to follow Mime now, to see if he can maybe come back. We only see 1 mistake here thus far by Cap, who also got the same, I think it's a bug, not sure, maybe he also got some airtime in the water. But yeah, Mime now has to catch up. Of course, there's the first play, and look at this line from Mime here, beautifully executed. Goes into P number 13, and now the identity, of course, comes up. You should not clip there. Yeah, Mime sliding out, though, and Mime with that losing so much time, actually. Mime, again, no, with a good race here at the moment. Also, Revo pulling the Mime, actually.
Yeah, putting them up, but it's not finished yet.
Yep.
We know that Mime, if he wants to, he can come back from 2 seconds and making in top 8 easily if he wants to. He just now has to know that it's half of the map kinda done, 3rd lap, and no more mistakes will be allowed. You just have to come back, but no more mistakes are allowed.
Yeah, I mean, others will make mistakes and he will come back. You see Fagly falling a bit behind here, and Mime now on P40, but still, you know, you can catch up 2 seconds with sheer pace, but it will be hard, so we need to rely on some mistakes, let's say like that, as we have energized Razi, Dofold, again with a very good performance, as well as Miku and Evon. But of course now it's for the top 4. You know, a player like Mime has already or almost secured his top 4 position. Yeah, you can really say it how it is. But Mi4 and also other players, as we can see in the league ranking, you know, everyone energized Volsa and Mi4, they still have to make something happen to get themselves a chance to qualify to the Trackmania Grandleague, as Evan right now leads the race ahead of Energize. Evan with a very wide approach there as well, a little bit of a Mime approach, but yeah, Mime 1.8 seconds behind the top 8. Yeah, the 15 points are in reach, but still 1.8 seconds. You know, that is a lot of time that he has to catch up to. He comes a bit closer though from checkpoint to checkpoint, but still, the others are also not slowing down here. 1.7 seconds. Fagley is his next victim, but still then only P13. He really needs a miracle here in order to make something happen, as we are in lap number 4 already.
Many players are just in front of mine. There is like a group. The first group is like Wosa, Exotica and Otak. Then you have another group, and then you have the top 2, which is Evon and Dofo, but and Evon with the mistake just before the identity. It's not a bad crash, it's an okay crash. He'll come back on the first place right now if he makes the identity correctly. Yeah, still battling between Dofo and Evon right here, but yeah, I'm currently catching up. Actually,
yes.
I just noticed it. He's closer and closer from the first group of players. He's about maybe to catch Warsaid on this drift. Outside with more speed before dirt here. Mime has a wide line here. Nixotica doing some turtles. It's not a trial. So yeah, he's just behind the group. Mime is coming back on the dirt here. Maybe go for the triangle. No, Mime doesn't go for the triangle.
Yeah, wow, I mean, Mime is not too far behind here, indeed. Only 0.8 of a second, and this is something that he can definitely catch up. So, of course, he has made that mistake, but the question is now, will Mime make it into the top 8 or not? He is having a great line here as well. He is overtaking Wosal here, also energized, not too far away. And look at that, Mime up to P10. You can really see him risking now, not making a mistake. Look how many players are ahead of him. Mime so close to the pack, but yet so far, of course, he still needs 2 more positions. Also, Avon falling behind, 0.5 of a second, going into that last lap, and we see different lines here again. Hadra not with the best amount of speed, so Mime will also catch up towards him. Look at that. Will Mime actually do the unthinkable and go into the top 8 here, Aynyx?
Yeah, everyone is stuck here. I think Mime is about to make one of those comeback we saw from Mime every step. Like coming back every lap, like he's taking back 1 second per lap, taking here Mi4. Just in front of him we have like 5 players, and he can make it into the top 2 maybe. It's the last lap. It's getting harder and harder right now. We are coming into the last water bounce, the last identity, sorry. We have the white line here by Mime. Great speed, have to release the last identity right here. And touching the triangle.
No! No! Mime is out. Mime is out. But hey, I respect the risk. Dofol wins it here, Razi on second. Then we have everyone behind that. Look at the fight here. 1.11, 0.16, 0.24, 0.25, 0.7. Yeah, and Mi4 actually gets himself with that. 15 points. Mime down to P14 here. Still getting the fastest lap, but only 4 points. But Dofold, like, really good performance. Look at that. He's at 62 points. Very cool to see that. But hey, I respect that risk here from Mime. He had to go for it. But good comeback here, getting the fastest lap. Exotica again with only 1 point here in this one, and 2 points for the American player, so he doesn't really look too strong right now.
Yeah, great step by Dofo right now. Yeah, we are pointing it out since the beginning. Dofo might be on another mindset right now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's not really caring if he gets into the top 8 or not, maybe.
Yeah, we don't know, but at the moment, for the first maps, Dofo made a huge comeback in the overall ranking. If we compare previous steps to this one, we have the last map before the multiplayer, which was the new map of yesterday, launchpad by a Tona. And yeah, pretty cool map actually. Maybe another original style here. We have ice. It's the first time we see ice on the league, and it's a pretty close race every time on this track, because there is not a lot to fail. Maybe the identity is kind of hard, but the rest is simply turns and being fast and being close to the walls. But everyone does that. So I think we can expect a pretty close race like the previous map for a 6-lapper on this one.
I think so as well. We're gonna have a very close race here. But yeah, you were mentioning it. There is like really only... That's the first ice part that we have on the Trackmania Grandleague map this season by the looks of it. I think we had Did we have bobsleigh or something? But no, I don't think so, right? No. Okay, damn. And we have also seen a different line here from Gwen, yeah? If we take a look onto mime here, Gwen went very far up on this in this funnel section to not slide and get himself the gear. Not sure how worth it will be. Maybe just a good line for mime or for any other player to nail. But right now, actually all of the players have good amount of points. Mime with 34 points on P9, and it's not over just yet. We know, we see 4 players didn't get themselves into the top 8 just yet. Fagley, Cab, Revolution and Exotica, but the rest all over 20 points, which is not too bad. Let's take it like that. So a very good step that we have in our hands here. And let's go into the last map before the multiplier round, and let's go with mime here. The first time we're gonna see Launchpad as the 6-lapper.
Yeah, first time we see this map, and it's the last map before the multiplayer. Mime has to make a top 8 here and to secure some points. Not the best start for some people behind. We see already a mistake by Hydra and landing sideways here after the high spot, so he will lose even more. But in front, we have a great battle already between Evan, Warside and Mime on the first lap. We are on the plastic here, and the first time we will see the identity of Launchpad right here. You have to take 2 rings with a reactor boost. Evan going super low here. And
wow.
Yeah, everyone makes it by the looks of it, but Mime lost a lot on Evan and Warside line. Warside going super high on this wall, coming back super fast. And yeah, Warside is doing the Gwen line we saw in TMGL. I mean, Warside is Gwen's teammate from Game World.
Yep.
So maybe they do train together, or they give the tricks, the lines, the strategies. So yeah.
Maybe they're practicing together.
Yeah, they are practicing together, I think. I'm currently top 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's pretty close, but Evan is alone. He has a great pace right here.
Yeah, Evan with a good pace here indeed, and he also had a very fast identity, so Evan looks very strong on this step, as well as Dofo, both with 62 points. Yeah, and right now they could surpass the 80+ barrier, as this identity is very hard to nail. Yeah, Evan going so wide, they actually almost let the reactor boost run out. You know, only 8 seconds you have with a reactor boost, and it just runs out if you take a very, very weird approach. Yeah, you don't get the reactor boost just straight away before the other ring, yeah, that you go through, but Evan was able to survive. Warside on 2nd, Mime on 3rd position, and Mime had a really good ice section here. So I just want to follow him here on that 3rd lap. Yeah, this identity, or in general, I really like this map as well. You know, you have unique parts on this one, but Mime now loses the gear there, but of course now gets a better line here as well. Can hold the ice slide, get a bit more speed out of that, and also goes into the lead, goes for a slide here. Maybe you can also no slide this part, as he's currently fighting out with Bosal Otak on P number 4. And there is a huge gap here, look at that, almost 1 second, even 1 second between 3rd and 5th place. But of course, if you fail the identity, you run on the risk to fully respawn.
Ooh, Evan with the crash.
And Evan with the crash, yeah.
Mime is getting closer to the 1st place. And yeah, top 3 actually for mime. It's pretty good race. They are so close to the rings. Oh my god.
Yeah, how can they even align their cars like that? As I also can give you the information that Mime has a 625.21 here, which is second world record, and he set this time like 5 to 6 hours ago. So very, very good time for Mime. Right now leading the race. Yeah, so he could also go up to 59 points. Important points actually for every player here on this last map. And Dofol actually will not get himself a multiplier or like a good amount of points for the next multiplier round here, or for the last multiplier round, because he's on P14. So this could be good for Miquatro, who has still a chance to get himself a good amount of points, as well as Avon to maybe even win the step here.
Yeah, maybe Mime can have 59 points or 61 with the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Don't forget that Mime is one of the fastest players, and when it's come to having the fastest lap, it's often Mime which has it. So now, at the end of the 4th lap, we see Evan and Mime following each other on this lap. Great identity for both of them. Going into the little wall right here, we see Wasile with the line behind, maybe coming back a little bit. Yeah, 0.1 gained by Wasile on Mime. But actually, pretty good race for Mime here, and if he can secure some points before the multiplayer, I think for the mindset it will be also very good to get some points before the last map. And yeah, the last map is pure pace, which is because it's only 2 laps, and we know that Mime will be good on this, but what's the point of being good if you don't have any points to multiply?
Exactly, what's the point of being good if you don't have any points to multiply? I think this rounds it off very, very well here, Aynyx, that statement. Of course you can deny points, but let's take Revolution and Cap, you know, Cap DNFing. Like, wow, like 27 points. What are 7 points for you? Nothing. You know, Mime flying around here, very nice, looking like Rocket League, but Mime is doing it very nicely as we go into the last lap. You know, you really want to have like over 20 to 30 points going into a multiplier round, as Avon and Mime are currently leading again. The Polish players first and second dominating here. Also very cool to see Avon performing that well in this step. Miquatro has fallen out of the top 8. Exaltica on his way to maybe get himself a little bit of points. But right now Mime on his way to go ahead and clock in some points. Maybe he can overtake Avon here at the ending, as we have one more identity to go before the players will finish. And then of course we have the multiplier rounds on the next map on Bolt Holes, which is also a very long map, and the identity is skill based, I would say. Yeah, but let's go ahead. Avon still leading 0.6 of a second, the Wolfstyle on 3rd position, Otak on P4, also with him. He's getting some points here, but of course they still have to survive the identity here. It is Avon looking strong here, and Avon will win map number 4. It is Mime on 2nd place. Very nice here. Polish top 1 and 2. Wolfstyle stays on 3rd. Otak on 4th. Soldier on 5th. Energize, Razi. And then Exotica almost overtakes him here. But positions didn't change here at the ending, Aynyx.
Yeah. I was following Mime on the last lap, and since the beginning of the last lap, I think Mime has the information that Wasile was 1 second behind him, even more than half of a second. So I think Mime was kinda saving it. Like, even was too far for 1 lap. Catching up more than a half a second on even, it's kinda impossible for everyone. So I think Mime had the information. I was seeing him not pushing any runs, any turns. So yeah, good decision for Mime here to take it easy on the last lap and secure a top 2 on this map.
Yeah, but...
And
yeah, go ahead.
and yeah, so now that he has some points, he can maybe take something on this last map, which is both Halls by Rocket and one of the best map in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really good map. I've played this map with Pack on Thursday, and I wasn't fast on this one, yeah, but it was very fun to play. You know, it was very fun to play. I did like a 250 with like 1 or 2 respawns, just figuring out the map, you know, it was fun to play. Let's say like that, but of course a very skillful map, a lot of plastic here, and then of course the identity that you have to nail. But now of course Avon with 89 points. Imagine he gets a ×4 or ×5. damn, Evon should maybe just play for a multiplier here. Even the ×2 would be huge for him, since he is on P number 4. But he should maybe also go for a ×3 or ×4. But I don't know how good he is on this map. Mime is the fastest here with a 240.82 on this one. Hedra also looks strong, as well as Soldier and Evon. Then Miku, as well as Fagly and Energize are in the top 25 that I can see here. But of course we have seen some offline practice in the past. Yeah, but a lot of players over 40 points. You look at that, 11 players above 40 points. That is a lot actually, and everyone. Yeah, those are points worth to play for in every round, I would say.
Yeah, and yeah, pretty good step for everyone here. One of the best steps we ever watched, I think. Many players had points here, so I think everyone will try their best during the 2 lappers. And yeah, we can expect some close rounds for this last map, sorry. But yeah, this map is incredible for me. We have plastic, we have dirt, we have grass, we have road, we have loopings, wall rides, half pipes. We have jumps between these holes. This map is insane. Yeah. Please keep the focus, guys, and watch this map. It's important.
Yeah, let's watch this map. And we have the first mode coming in. So for everyone who's not familiar with that, we have now the finest mode level 2. So that means we have 4 rounds where players can multiply their points by ×2. If you win the round, so on the 2-lapper here, you will secure yourself the ×2 points, and you will be out. So you're just gonna watch from the spectating booth. The more we go into the step or into the levels here, the less rounds there are. So on the ×3 level, there are only 2 rounds that players can get a ×3. ×4 and ×5 is only 1 round. And if you don't finish in those 8 rounds in first position, you will not multiply your points. As right now we have Snow leading the race. The BS Plus player is currently leading. Then Mosal is behind. Mime also in the 2nd place. Not sure if he already wants to close it out and wants to deny some points towards the others, or if he will go for a ×3. I'm not sure what his plan is today. You were saying that he's just cruising, so maybe he's already going for the ×2 here.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think. Like, I had some information for Snow, and he trained this map a lot.
Okay.
And you can already see it. It's not very... It's a bit rare to see Snow on the top on any maps. And here you can see that he has the same pace as Mime. And having the same pace as Mime on a track like this, which is a fast track with many tricks, it's good to see for a player like Snow who has a bad season for the moment.
Yeah.
But what a line here by Mime once again. This half pipe is insane every time by Mime. You have to check that.
Let's take a look here into Mime as he's dead. Yeah, Mime is dead, so maybe maybe
he doesn't care of the first one.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't care, but Snow's leading now, and now we have the last identity coming up. So we also added a 7TV mode there, the 5X, yep. As Snow right now is leading the race, Energize is behind. Yeah, and who will take that first multiplier? Will Snow take it? Yeah, Snow right now in the league ranking is on P number 13, so he should not take this one. Yeah, he should not take this one as he... Oh, 2 players with a mistake here. Snow and Energize. Both with a mistake. And now Otak all of a sudden leading, but he also barely with a mistake here. Miquatro behind, but Otak, will he DNF? That is the question. He will DNF, and it is Miquatro taking the multiply with a 242. And Miquatro, yeah, well, okay step for him, but only 108 points for him, and with that up to P number 6. And not really getting himself so many points.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Otak once again did anything wrong before the finish line. We know that it can goes bad or it can goes good. He already shown that it can goes bad or good for him. One day he did that, but didn't get anything after. And another day he did that and got a better multiplayer after. So yeah. Otak, a very fast player that can allow himself to DNF some rounds, but you have to still remember that at one point, maybe you will get nothing And having an X2 is better than nothing, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
So the decisions are super important. And you have to make those decisions during fast rounds. So you have to be super focused, and your mentality will do a lot on this kind of race.
Yeah, I mean, you were mentioning a very, very important point here because, you know, it was Otak. All of a sudden, like, 2 players have made a mistake. You don't know if it was intentional or not, if they have made it on purpose, you know, and then Otak was all of a sudden leading. What is he doing? Will he finish? Will he not finish? You know, will I take the ×2? 74 times that, is it enough to stay ahead of some players who get ×3 or something like that? But yeah, right now it is a great fight here. Otak is leading, Avon, Mime, and Otak in the top 3, yeah? They're looking very strong on this map, and also Snow on that 4th place. Then we see Energize on 5th position right now. But it seems that Otak is on his way to, yeah, DNF again, question mark.
Yeah, I think he will do it again. If he did once for an X2, he will do it again and again until maybe X3. For sure. There is no point of DNFing one round here and not another, which will end up in the same. I think Mime and Otak will go for higher than X2. I mean, Mime wants to go for an X1, as I can see, but but yeah, the fastest player here, Mime with the mistake here. I don't think it's very important. Otak leading, but behind it's Snow, so maybe it's some points for Snow here.
Now, I think it will be between Energize and Cap here. And,
yeah, maybe.
And then also Default.
Oh, but Energize with the mistake here. Let's see, Otak in the front. First hole here.
But yeah, Otak will DNF,
right now.
as you said.
Yeah, Otak.
And also Snow with a mistake. Now Cap is leading. Yeah, Cap will take it now. Otak with the mistake. Yeah, and it is actually Cap denying some points. 243, and that's what I was talking about in the podcast. You know, at some points you just have to be lucky to be, like, behind and be the player who's not making a mistake. But now Cap denying some points. Of course, it's Omega Lul, but still, denying a multiplier to any one of those players, that is not too much, actually. That is not too bad, to be honest. Of course, a ×3 round is a bit better, as there was one player who didn't start the race. It was Link starting later here.
Yeah, Link very behind right now. I think he will still warm up here. But yeah, denying points or multiplayer is super important. Like, and it's actually great maybe for a player like mine, that someone like Cap denies some points to the other racers. But yeah, this map, as I said, very fast map with unique tricks, and still you can see some close run right here, even with all of the tricks and the identity. It's one of the best maps in my opinion we ever see in this season, or even in the previous season. Rocket once again making a huge work on his map, and yeah, I really like to follow this map right here. I'm currently leading the run here, but Mime will DNF. So behind we have Nixotica with 17 points. We have also Dofo, which maybe will end up with a good step, as we were talking before. Nixotica with the fail. Dofo very close to the wall. Behind Dofo we have his teammate Snow from BS Plus competition. So maybe it's for one of them. We also have Rosie with 59 points. So it's one of them, I think. I mean, Snow will DNF, I think. So maybe Rosie.
Yeah, maybe Razi, and also Razi actually 59 points for him, also a very good step. But I haven't really seen too much from him. Maybe it was just lurking in the top 8, top 5. And Razi with that has fully understood the system. But of course Razi right now, let's take a look onto him. He has 405 points, so he should, I mean, if he goes for that, he will secure his spot in the Trackmania Grandleague Challenger. But he can also go for the 4th position. I'm not sure. But I think that Mime will maybe take that one even. I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't feel that confident, but look at this pace here. You know, Mime has such a good pace. I'm not sure. Maybe Mime just goes full out and says either I get the ×5, ×4 or nothing. Maybe that's his mindset right now. as Dofold is behind, as well as Razi. And then we have Snow as well, falling a bit behind. Mime with the 5x incident here, the 5x yep here. And it is Dofold who can take it here.
Maybe.
Yes, yep. Dofold would take it. Dofold with 128 points with that leading. And Mime with the identity incident here, not making it. So can we get some 5x yep in the chat? There we go. Dude, Mime 2 pizza. What is that? What is that pizza, man?
It's everything else a pizza for me.
It's not a pizza, bro. This is not a pizza.
Oh yeah. Last round for next two.
Yeah.
So after this one we will see maybe many players not do anything like Otak or Mime. Maybe it will get starting from the X3. But yeah, let's follow this one to see who will get the last X2. Maybe someone like Hydra maybe.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this guy when you were talking who's gonna get that. I think Hydra can also emphasize a good step. I mean, he has 50 points and right now he's on a 3rd position. And maybe he will be happy that a player like Energize, for example, yeah, can also get himself... I'm not sure though. I'm not sure though, because they have a good fight. I'm not sure if you should go for a multiplier now, a ×2 multiplier in Hydra's situation, because he's like 3rd in the ranking. Because then Energize can also get a ×4, ×5, as well as Mi4 with a great step. You know, it's like, of course, Mi4 already out, but I don't know. I have no clue what I would do. I would just take every multiplier possible, but right now it is Vosal who's leading the race ahead of Hydra. Vosal jumping so far here to the right. That was so close for Vosal. Right now leading 0.15 of a second. Otak, Mime and Avon behind. Still a great fight though between all of the 5 players here in the top 5 as Avon gets himself a good amount of speed and Vosal falling a bit behind. So we have a good round here and there we can see what will await us on the ×3s and ×4 as well as the ×5 round. That will be great to spectate.
Yeah, indeed. I'm really waiting for this kind of rounds, but we already have it right now for next 2 actually. Pretty surprising that everyone is still on the race. We have a top 5 between Otak, Evan, Hydra, Mime and Vosal. Who will take it right now? I don't see maybe anyone from Mime to Otak to Evan will take it, but maybe someone like Hydra or Vosal who are already currently top 8 in the global ranking, but Vosal is kinda out. So I expect still Hydra, which made a huge run right here. 50 points, maybe can go for 100 right here. Let's see. We have Mime, we have Evan in the front. Oh. Hydra with the mistake. It was
Evan also dead. Mime and Otak now leading the race.
Look at them.
Is Mime going for it? Ah!
Bonk. And it's for Vosal. I said it was dead for Vosal, but he came back.
Dude, it's such a lottery. It's such a lottery at this point. Vosal with 45 points. Okay, up to P number 5 for Vosal. Also playing super well. It's actually so close here for from 3rd to 9th place. Only 200 points. But now the ×3 is coming in. Yeah. So this is of course what really is the system flowing off. Playing for a ×2 rounds. Oh my god, my voice, dude. Have you heard that voice crack? Yeah. Oh my god, dude. That yesterday was even worse. Let's say like that. Yesterday I didn't talk at all. If you play 4 times, that players who are well, like Vosal, of course, could have also gone for a ×3 round. But now Otak and Mime, they just look so strong, and they didn't go for that round. So it really pushes down the pace after that, and it looks quite weird if a player just DNF or 2 players DNF crash into the wall just in front of the ending. But that's just my opinion. But let's go into the round here as Evan is down, as well as Mime, who has made a mistake. So both of the Polish players with a mistake, and now Link
with the mistake as well.
Link and Energize, as well as Snow, leading the race. I think a player like Link, this could really be a good step for him, even though he only got himself 23 points.
Yeah, I think it's still even good if you think about Mime, that someone like Link takes the X3 right here.
Yep.
So yeah, Link crushing, so he will not take it. But we have Energize in the front. Energize, please don't crash.
Yeah. Okay, he's...
Okay, Energize with a great first lap in front of Otak. We will still maybe a player like Otak will still DNF an X3. We have Figlir with 11 points, so maybe we can expect an X3 from Figlir. I think it's still something for him actually.
Yeah. But also like Energize leading, that is okay for a player like Mime. Especially now for the top 4 situation, because Energize is at, like, he's not too far behind. Hedra would be a bigger threat, but of course he has not gotten himself a multiplier thus far. 50 points, and Otak overtaking Fegli here, but it could actually be Fegli getting himself that multiplier here if Energize decides to not go for the ×3, but I think he will do so, yeah, unless he makes a mistake. Then the multiplier will go to Fegli, because I think Otak will go for ×4 or ×5. But not sure now, because, you know, Evon and Mime looked so strong. Also on that battle for the last ×2 rounds here, Aynyx. You know, should he not finish this one? If, of course, Energize now makes a mistake.
I think Energize will take it first. Because Energize made a huge step last week. And I think he is on a good roll to continue like this. So I think Energize will take this X3 right here.
Yeah, and he will do so, yeah.
He did a great step last week, and I think he wants just to continue and keep securing some points.
True that. That is good for Energize here. 104 points, coming dangerously closer towards Evon, overtaking Wosal here. Look at that. Like, so many things are happening in the ranking now.
Yeah, less than 10 points between him and Heaven. But yeah, we still have players like Heaven that has to take a multiplier. So let's go into the second round for the next 3 before we go for the next 4. People are racing up way faster than the previous rounds. It's getting serious, Turbo, right here.
Yeah, it's getting serious. The last ×3 round, and we only have 3 more knockout rounds. Finalist rounds left. As right now we have Evon with a good approach here, jumping a bit too high though. And I think Evon will just play for a multiplier here. Not sure if he goes for ×5 and with that go up to 445 points. That would be incredible to see. I don't know. But because with that he would just imagine like 445 points. That is more points that Razi has gathered over the whole league thus far in 5 steps. And Evon can just get himself the points just now in like 1 step. That would be incredible. But right now it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it will be incredible. I mean, we still don't know. We know that, but the thing we know is that on the next 5, many people can still crash, and someone like Evan, 1 second behind, can take it easy. And just like that, with a bit of luck, it can happen for anyone that we don't expect to have it.
Exactly, it can happen, also, especially on this identity, where you can make a mistake so easily. Yeah, as Mime currently leads the round 56 points. Do you think that he will close it out on this ×3 round or not? What do you think?
I'm not sure. LCS or no, I don't know. I don't know at all. Maybe Mime knows that he's the fastest player here, and he will have, like, what? 2 rounds to make it again? A race like this?
Yeah.
But I think he will take it.
I would also take it because the map is way too risky to just take it. But also good point here. Depends who's behind him. Yeah, that is a good point. Of course, if someone like Link is behind him, then he would maybe even DNF the round and give him the points, because then this just denies points to his direct opponents from the top 4 and stuff like that. But let's take a look here. Last identity coming up. Mime leads here. He is 0.5 ahead, but Link actually makes that mistake, and now Otak is behind him, who will probably, not sure if he's gonna take that or not, but Otak with the, Otak with the touch, but he is still alive as Evon is behind. Mime will probably take it, that's the question. Yes, Mime will take it.
Because of Evon behind him.
Yep.
He wants to deny.
Okay, Mime with 168 points here, very nice. Right now, with that, he's leading ahead of Energize and then Default. So Mime guaranteed top 3 placement in this step as well. Good amount of points again for Mime after, yeah, like 1 or 2 not so good maps for him. Mime with 1,174 points. But Otak can still overtake him. if he gets himself a ×4 or ×5.
Yeah, I can see 2 players now
Yep.
for 2 rounds, which are Otak and Evan.
Yep.
If both of them get the multiplayer, it will be an insane step for the best player of the season. It will be we had a good amount of points for everyone before the multiplayer, and if we can end up with good points at the end for everyone, it can be cool actually to see a proper step for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone had kind of over 40 points, and we see Cap, the only player who has really denied points to the others. But right now the trend goes into that yeah, every player with above 50 points except Wosal have gotten themselves a multiplier. Yeah, only Hadra still left, as well as Razi, Evon, Otak. Yeah, you know, those players. But let's go ahead and focus on the ×4 round. It's a huge round for both Evon and also Otak to take this one. Evon could go up to a tremendous amount of points, 356 points for Evon could that be. That is incredible for him. And with that, he could well move into the top 4, even top 3. Yeah, you know, he can get himself so many points, and right now he's leading. Exotica is behind. Also, he could get himself a good step with just a ×4 here. Yeah, but still Evon is right now leading, 0.25 ahead of Exotica, the American driver. Then we have Otak also pushing a bit, but Otak might go for the ×5 here.
Oh, it's very close in front. Even with a little crash on the half pipe, he went way too low, so had a little bumpier landing. But it's a race we have between Exotica and Evan. We have someone with not a lot of points and someone with a huge amount of points. A battle between Evan and Exotica. We also have Link behind and Otak. So now any mistakes or even a little release will make a decision at the end. Exotica currently leading. We have Evan behind with the best
Wow.
speed. The first hole with a little touch, so he had lesser time. It was faster for Evan. But here once again a touch. What is happening? No.
What?
And it's Link. It's Link at the end. What an end! Oh my god.
Dude, I cannot cry. I cannot scream. That's why I punched my table. What was that? Dude, 8,000s. Link, I cannot. I would have screamed if my voice was there, but I cannot. It was 8,000s, and how did Evan almost survive that?
Yeah, I was hoping for Evan to make it even with those mistakes. The first hole was insane for Evan. He had so much speed, but he had too much speed for the second hole.
Man.
So he bonked head on the roof of the hole. Oh my god, and now it's the last round. You have to finish it out right now. We have Evan, we have Otak, we have Hydra, Sulja, Snow. We are all good players on this map. We are very fast. It's pretty stacked for the moment. A good top 6 here. We have a great battle in the front between two French, Hydra and Otak, going onto the grass, and then the wall ride. Good speed here for Hydra. Will take the lead. Evan is kinda behind, but it's only the first lap. We can still expect some mistakes, which will make Evan take the multiplier, but it's the last one.
Yeah.
We have to follow this one.
Yeah, it is like incredible. Link has gotten some points, ×4. You know, he was not really getting the best step, but now 92 points. Wosal, okay, 45 points. Didn't get a bad step. We have Exotica being out on this one. Hadra currently leading ahead of Otak. Then we also have Cap, 7 points, really denying points to the big boy players. It is Hadra versus Otak here. Will Hadra go up to 250 points or Otak to 370 points? This could be a huge step for Otak and the next ×5 multiplier for the Lil Academy or Lil Esports player here, as he is doing a great job. The last spot, the last round here, Evon is 0.7 away. He needs to rely on a mistake from either Hadra or Otak. Right now, Hadra with a very aggressive line inside approach, almost touches the reactor boost, but he's pushing it, and that is what the format is for. Hadra with a great run. The MTP player can actually move up to a great amount of points here. Look at that, the third-seeded player right now could go up to 802 points. That is great to see as he makes a mistake.
The clipping, and it's maybe for Otak. Even more points for Otak. He's alone.
Otak.
Otak is alone in the front, going up to the identity right now, followed by Soja by more than half a second. You have Evan maybe, he can maybe, Evan with the crash. Soja still behind, Otak in the front, he has 2 holes to go. The first one is done, and the last one before the end. And the DNF was worse for Otak, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn, Otak takes it here. I think deservingly for him. Too bad that a player like Evon didn't get the multiplier in that ×4 round. But yeah, Otak with that overtaking Mime. And Mime for the first step is not leading anymore.
Yeah, for the first time, Mime isn't on the top right here. Pretty sad to see that actually, but as we said during this step, Otak and Mime together on the step and on the general ranking, and they are leading it by 600, 500 points. So I think it's still good. It's okay. They are so much in front, so they can still relax, I think.
Yeah, they can still relax. Man, what a race was that. That was great. I mean, Otak really risky driving. It has paid off. The DNF from him in those 2 rounds where he could have finished. But now it is Otak who is leading. Yeah, maybe he can do that in the Trackmania Grandleague Challenger. But maybe not in the Trackmania Grandleague, because I can see really Otak and Mime, you know, they're really fast. And then you have Hadra and Evon also really standing out from the others, and that's why they're deserved in the top 4. But then Energize, Vosel, Emi Quattro, Razi, all over 400 points. Link, Cap, almost close to 400 points. Then Default Soja, the season is getting quite close, and even a player like Soja with a great 300-400 point step next week, he can still make it into the top 4.
Yeah, we will have to follow many races for the next 3 weeks for the last steps, and yeah, everyone can still make it or everyone can still not make it. Even players who are like in the top 7, top 6 can fall down if they don't keep it up. So yeah, it will be interesting to check the global ranking, which is something we have to check every time after every race. But yeah, today was a very great step for everyone. One of the best steps I ever watched.
Yeah.
For myself, I don't know for yourself, Turbo.
It was a really good step indeed. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Casting, also the cast was very good today. I mean, my throat is kind of sore, so that's why my cast was not that on point, and I tried to emphasize the ×4 round with a punch on my table, which was just incredible if you ask me. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I think we're not gonna go for an interview today by the looks of it. I'm not sure about it, but I will just call it a day and prepare the Trackmania Grandleague cast. I still have 2 more casts to do after this one, the full speed major series as well. So thank you so much, Aynyx, for joining. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the knockouts.
Yeah, see you. Thanks for the opportunity once again. Bye bye everyone, and GG to everyone for this amazing step.
Yeah, GG's.
And good evening to everyone. Good luck for the cast, and don't forget to watch the Trackmania Grandleague. It's even faster. Bye bye.
Bye bye.